Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
I've never been much of a hot chocolate person. However, I do want to throw this out.
That's surprising, by the way, isn't it? I don't know too many people that aren't really hot chocolate people. It's just such a sweet little heartwarming kid-like treat.
Did I hear Sam just go, meh? What did you say about hot chocolate?
I was going to say I used to not do it because it's like.
It was all the same? Too light?
They make it now. They make the little cups for a Keurig.
I know.
The hot chocolate cups. Swiss Miss even.
And they're really good?
Yeah.
Sounds like you like them a lot. Okay.
And you don't have to, you just pop it and go.
I understand and that I should love it. You're right. It doesn't make sense that I wouldn't want that in liquid form. However, I need coffee instead.
Well, sure. And look, it is a treat. It's got calories, depending on how you take your coffee, you're probably going to have more calories in a
I've
in a
had
hot
people
cocoa.
try to convince me over the years. But have you had the Ghirardelli? Have you had this?
Instant hot chocolate just never tastes, because I have had it at a restaurant before where they actually put effort into it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
real
so much
cream
better.
and all that.
Yeah.
Well, so our daughters Taylor and Phoebe feel like, okay, if the box does say you can use water or milk, but you should always use milk because it's just creamier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And which brings me to my story. So Phoebe was at the house, and I had bought them some peppermint flavored hot chocolate.
Ooh.
Okay, now you're on board, huh? And Phoebe then pointed out to me that it's really just the marshmallows that are peppermint flavored, I think. I don't think the actual chocolate is. But we started talking about it, and she made it with milk.
It's like having me around the house.
It is.
That's right. Now you don't want that. That's just the marshmallows.
Anyway, I bought it for them.
Yeah.
It's like it's Christmas time. When you're a mom, you want to buy the extra little fun things that you can find for the kids to find and to discover in the pantry. And that was one of them. And so Phoebe breaks out the pot because she doesn't do it in the microwave with water. Yeah. She does it on the stove in a pot with milk. And so they're sipping it and drinking it. And then she proceeds to tell us this story about her friend, Ella, who made some hot chocolate for her once that was so delicious, but she made it with water. And we were like, how? And this is the story. She said that Ella makes this hot chocolate with a packet with hot water, but she adds Coffee Mate. It's Nestle Toll House brown butter flavor.
Creamer?
Coffee Mate creamer.
Oh.
And I was like, I didn't know this existed.
Me either.
So it's basically a coffee creamer that tastes like cookies.
Yeah.
Brown butter chocolate chip cookies. And as soon as she said that, the mom part of my brain, I'm going to find that. I'm going to find that because Phoebe was just going on and on about it being some of the best hot chocolate she's ever had. Now, didn't she say Ella put some other stuff in it?
I don't remember what she said. That's the
you
one.
weren't paying attention.
I got lost after I heard the words brown butter chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
And you bought it and you brought it home, and I've been putting it in coffee. It's very good.
Oh, it's going quickly. And I bought it really for Phoebe to put in hot chocolate.
Yeah.
She hasn't been home yet. She's been studying. She has classes and exams.
There's no zero version of this one that I can see yet, anyway.
I haven't
It seems
tasted
like
it yet.
any of those creamers might be good to add to hot chocolate.
That's why I'm bringing it up. This is a way to up your game with the regular hot chocolate packets, whatever brand you have.
Well,
coffee creamer.
You bought some peppermint mocha coffee creamer, which was available in zero, and that was great in coffee. The thing about peppermint, it's either just the right amount or it could be overpowering.
Easily.
So I get why if Swiss Miss is only doing the marshmallows as the flavored peppermint, that's probably enough to flavor the whole thing when it dissolves. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever? So you remember our former producer Emily, who we love to death, and she would make cookies every year. Remember that she and her sisters would make cookies and
There's a
bring them every
peppermint
year?
cookie in that bunch.
Which was delicious. That peppermint cookie was delicious. But what would happen is if you left the cookies together for too long, everything else took on the peppermint flavor.
Right.
In that tin that she would give you, I would take my peppermint cookies out of there so they wouldn't get in. And then we would just eat them. They wouldn't last long.
They're out. What are we going to do with them?
Yeah. But I think anything peppermint is that way. If you've ever left gum next to something, it can take on the flavor. So I get that.
It's
you gotta
strong.
use it sparingly, but it's perfect when it's just the right amount.
So
I never thought of this though. This is genius.
I know.
I'm going to go buy some peppermint mocha creamer and
start making it with hot chocolate. Plate. The deal was I knew what grocery store to go to. When you shop for the family, you know which grocery stores have the better selection. I know which one has the top 3 kinds of coffee creamers.
Yeah.
And then I knew to go to a specialty grocery store that carries everything. It's where I found the white chocolate raspberry coffee creamer
that
one
stuff
year.
was so good.
I know. And then it sold out. They stopped making it.
Yeah, and the Bridgerton one, too.
If I ever find it again for you, girlfriend, I'll get it for you,
A
Sam.
Bridgerton Coffee Mate?
You know what kind of, and I say Coffee Mate, I'm talking about any of the brands. I know we're saying Coffee Mate's a brand.
Bridgerton. What?
Yeah.
I don't even know what this is.
Bridgerton's a
Bridgerton, the
TV
TV
show.
show.
Well, no, I know that, but I didn't know they had a Coffee Mate.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
International Delight, I think. It was
Okay.
it was a pink bottle, and I believe it was berries and cream.
And it was
Okay.
delicious.
They had it for a few months, and I would buy 2 at a time because
Is that good?
It was
you knew it was going
delicious.
to run out, and it was like candy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So Coffee Mate is not just for coffee. Coffee creamer is not just for coffee. You could, play with it. But another thing is I never can find Irish cream coffee creamer, and I love it.
Is that Coffee Mate or is it a brand?
Irish cream is a flavor. And so any brand I'd be happy with, but I can barely ever find it.
Well,
Rarely.
does it have mints in it?
I don't know what Irish cream really actually is, but I don't think it's minty or I wouldn't be on board. I'm not a mint person. But it's been so long since I had it, I can't even describe the flavor. But I have trouble finding that
Yeah,
one.
well, depending on what kind of Irish cream you're buying, remember some of it has alcohol in it.
Hey,
so
now.
maybe that's why you don't remember what it
No
tastes
wonder
like.
I like it. Okay, yeah, you're right. Anyway, this time of the year is also a really cool time to find the specialty flavors, not just peppermint mocha, but sometimes the Christmas flavors. They just blow it up. So do it, play, and I guess I need to remind Phoebe and let Phoebe know. She knows I bought that for her for hot chocolate purposes, the brown butter Nestle Toll House Coffee Mate. I need to let her know that Dad's drinking it. You need to come home.
Well, and Taylor, our oldest daughter,
okay, you both are.
Yeah. So, and here's a little thing that I noticed. I've been so focused on doing the zero Coffee Mates and those kinds of things, which still have calories, and I'm guessing, excuse me, those calories come from fat. There's not that big of a difference. The regular Coffee Mate that you are is like 40 calories a serving, and and I guess it depends on how much you're pouring into your cup. I get it, but the difference between 25 and 40, okay, it's almost
if you're
double.
counting, that's money. That's not money,
right. But what I'm saying is, if you just for something that's a treat, that's a splash of something, that's not as full blown as adding full milk to your coffee or to your hot chocolate or whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's a great way to give it that creaminess without it being a ton of
Correct.
extra
It's not
calories.
the same as eating a bunch of chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh.
A splash
Well, that too.
of brown butter and
That sounds good as well.
Coffee Mate. I'm not saying this is going to be in your grocery store. I'm saying I happened to pawn it because I was on a mission to find it, and I got lucky. And look for the specialty coffee creamers. Add them to your hot cocoa and let us know.
Brown butter, who makes it? Coffee Mate?
Coffee Mate.
Okay.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.